Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in.
Please welcome your 2026 New Orleans Saints.
On the Tampa Bay side of the field, head coach Todd Bowles. His guys enjoyed a win at home to begin the season, now facing their first road test here. On the opposing sideline, that's the Saints head coach. His guys also able to start the season with a win, so somebody's going to leave here with a 2-0 record after this one. So happy you could join us today. I'm Kate Scott with Brock Heward. It is time for some football. And here we go from New Orleans. It's a return from the 7. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the Buccaneers, ready for their opening drive. They are brought out by former #1 pick who always plays with energy and passion, Baker Mayfield.
There's just certain quarterbacks, the way they run on the field. You just say their name and just some adjectives and attributes pop up right away. For Baker Mayfield, scrappy, tough, a will to win. I'm not surprised at all to see himself back in the starting role. Not surprised at all to see him flourish. The dude is mentally tough, he's mentally strong, and he typically makes the most of his opportunities.
It's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Mayfield now from the gun. And the Saints are all over this one. Great work by the defense. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
First, you try to run it. Second, you try to throw it. And both times, you end up behind your own line of scrimmage. Break out the coffee along the sideline. Get everybody a dose of caffeine because one side came to play, and the other better wake up.
One drive in, and he's already in line for that ice bath. Took a couple of early hits. It looks like it's affecting his ability to deliver that football.
Yeah, and I'll let you in on a little secret here, Kate. Those defenses, once they get to the quarterback, they usually don't stop.
Punt meets him at the 28. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. Now following the play, we see the medical staff hurrying out for an injured Buccaneer. First and 10, Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out. Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. They're cobbled together a yard there. Alex Anzalone there on the stop. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here. What he was able to do in support of that win. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Back to throw. Shuck. Connection made. Travis Etienne. And they make the tackle at the 38. That one one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
That'll be incomplete to... the new set of downs. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So it's second down coming up.
Let's go.
Shuck. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get it.
The Buccaneers are going to get home as they drop him. And that sack brings the offense to 4th down. Here comes the Saints punting unit. And this will put an end to the drive after it's stalled out. And this is headed to the sideline, and it'll bounce out of the 7. Wow, great kick. Tampa Bay sending its offense out. Their second drive coming up. And this is an interesting game for both they and their rivals across from them, Brock, getting a key division matchup so early in this season. They give to Irving to start this drive. They're driving him closer and closer, Brock. This play made behind the line. They're now back at the 6. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Baker now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll take him down here right at the 8-yard line.
There's no question, Kate, big plays down the seam or big tight ends, a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, gets good coverage, contested catches, that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Short pass brought in, and this one doesn't go far. Defenses are fine with surrendering that completion if it means making the stop short like they did and bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, I like when these defensive coordinators say they want to populate the ball, and that was a perfect example of it. Don't let the playmaker get started.
Still has some space up near midfield. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. Second drive coming up for the Saints offense. They aren't even quite sure what this team is going to settle in as this season, Brock, but already this is an important contest for them that could have postseason implications down the line. On first down, they'll run. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. He gets 16 yards on that play. And that's good for a Saints first down. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Shuck now on first down. To the left side finds Johnson. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets it down to the 14. They strike for 23 yards. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
Trying to find his tight end. So it'll be second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now Shuck to throw. He brings it in. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
They'll try this extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On his is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Kenneth Gainwell now to return. Jukes away from one. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Time for us to get another look at this Tampa Bay offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Bucs have the first.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
First down, and they go right back to it. And second down's going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was looking for Chris Godwin on that play. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
It's been plays like that that have kept this game scoreless, and they can't execute. They will continue to do so.
3rd down. Here's Mayfield. And he's going to go down. Great work by the Saints. It's the exact opposite of what this offense needed. They now face 4th down. Buccaneers out and into punt formation. Braden Mann will kick it away. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. 3rd time they've called on him as he gets this away. Now he starts from the 6. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. The New Orleans offense set to go now. And their goal is going to be doubling that 7-0 lead they have so far. New Orleans has the offense set. And all right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. A give now from the gun. And they're going to force him out just before he can get to the 35. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. 1st down now, ball at the 33. Throwing, shot. He's got a man left. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Saints 1st down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. They'll work against the blitz. They're across the 40. Nice run here. And they'll finally get him at the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at the 30.
So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. It's the Saints setting the pace so far. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. This one misses the tight end. And now they face 2nd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Into traffic, complete. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. 3rd and long for him here. Escapes the pocket. A risky throw, and they're going to intercept it. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers Bengals are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Oh, man, I'm having to hold my partner back after this one. Captain Fundamental not happy that he didn't take the time to stop and get set before delivering that football. Gotta think that in part led to the turnover.
Yeah, Captain Fundamental because I couldn't run. Kind of like Tom Brady, right? But he's the essence of it. He's the GOAT. Why? Because he sets his feet. He's so fundamentally sound. The chance of interception so much higher when your fundamentals are no good.
It's okay, brother. It's gonna be okay.
43-yard line.
Irving here from the gun. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
Buccaneers, first down. A gain of 12. First down, Buccaneers.
Once again, Irving. He brushed him off with ease. He hurries forward here for a 9-yard gain. Second down coming up.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Now that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be third down. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
Third and short, Mayfield. And the Saints are all over this one. Great work by the defense. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down. Braden Mann out once more for another punt. And this looks like it got just inside the 20 as it flew out, and indeed it did. They're putting the ball at the 19-yard line. New Orleans back on offense and ready to go now. And a nice drive last time out, Brock, squandered by that interception. So I think they take a repeat of everything except that final play. They'll run here on first down. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
First and 10, here's Shutt. Connects with Johnson. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 5 still to go here. This is second down.
38-yard line.
Shutt to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
With each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
All the left side. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Saints first down. Off the play action, Chuck. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10. From the red zone now. He's got it at the 6. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have first and goal.
That's another Saints first down.
Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Breaking the huddle. Here's first and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. Tampa spends its second timeout now, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Shark's going to throw here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints grow their lead just before halftime. They're out to try and tack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Saints double their lead to 14. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. On the return, here's Gainwell. He's brought down just inside the 25. Tampa Bay ready to head out to the field. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. 1st down. Here's Baker. Getting out to his left. He's going to keep it this time. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end. You need to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that 1st down anyway.
Mayfield on 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. Great work by the Saints. Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry up. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage. Set him up now with 3rd down. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Great man on the punt. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. He has it at the 22. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. The Saints back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And we're a shade away from 50 seconds to go in the 2nd. And it is enough time to put something together. 1st down now, ball at the 33. To throw, Sharp. Throw left side, complete. Nice seam in the defense as he crosses the 45. Give him 24 yards on that one. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield. Turn a good play into a great play.
Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up 1st and goal.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, what I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Here's a give on 1st and goal. And the defense holds him at the 2, Brock. He can't get beyond the line. Still a couple yards short of that end zone. They go to him again. And this time he's got it. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints get 4 points to end a lopsided 1st half. Well, we've been saying it for years, Brock. If at first you don't succeed, try that run again.
You're exactly right. It's going to take more than one stop to deter those offensive coaches from calling another run play. They've got such faith in their group up front to leverage right at the point of attack and punch it in on the second time around.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. On the return, here's Gainwell. Shoves him off. And this drive will start inside the 25. Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle. So a one-sided contest as we reach the break here. Let's head over to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Week 1 was full of surprises, full of intrigue, and a lot of firsts for the young players. What will Week 2 bring? Let's dive in. Our tour around the NFL starts now. At Mile High, the Broncos at home to take on the Jaguars. And it's the former #1 overall pick, Trevor Lawrence. He's going to find his man here. This, one of his 3 touchdown passes on the night. From there, why don't we go to South Philly, look in on the Eagles as they play host to the LA Rams. And it's Puka Nacua, one of his 2 touchdown catches in the first half. This one's at the half now, and it's the Rams with the lead at the half in a battle of 1-0 teams. One more to show you. Let's go to Cleveland. It's the Browns taking on the Atlanta Falcons. And here is the running back. He's looking for the end zone, holding on to the football. The high draft pick has his first NFL touchdown. This one's at halftime now, and it's the Falcons trying to bounce back from a Week 1 loss. They lead at the half. We'll give you a look now at the remainder of the games in progress in the early window and what's still to come here in Week 2 of the National Football League regular season. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters. As we get you back out to Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. He fields it from the 8. And he pushes them up to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. Saints to the line now. First and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Making the tackle there, Joey Bosa.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Back to throw. Shot. And this one's not going to connect. Knocked away, and that failure to connect, Brock, means it's third down.
Okay, what I love about that play, everybody can see the pass breakup, the knock away. You can see the result. What you don't see are the fundamentals. The corner's job of mirroring that route, being stride for stride, and then having the great anticipation and timing to knock it away.
Cut out left. And he's going to have this down at the 42-yard line. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time. He could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
First down from the 42.
Here we go. Cougar 19.
Inside handoff goes to Etienne. And he works it down inside the 40. That's a run of 8.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Etienne again. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. That play good for 17 and a first down.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Here's Shuck. He got it along the sideline, but just couldn't bring it in within the field of play. That's incomplete. We've got 3rd down. Well, he already has himself one interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm.
It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints throw the lead coming out of halftime. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity, certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
One splits the uprights, and the Saints continue piling onto this lead.
Buccaneers, nothing.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Has this at the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Here come the Bucs on offense now. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. First down, looking to throw. Mayfield. Grabbed by Chris Godwin. The 40. Free inside the 30. This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers, or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
From the red zone on 1st. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up. From the gun, Mayfield. This one's caught. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And he finds him in the end zone for the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers start the second half with some needed points. It's a Chris Godwin touchdown. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
That one right down the middle. And the Buccaneers cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21. McLaughlin has it on the tape, and he's ready to send this flying. Return coming from the 6. This makes it up to the 25. The Saints and this running back headed back out for a new series. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Let's go now.
Shock looking to pass here. Completed over the middle. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. This is the type of performance a former quarterback just like yourself, Brock, can marvel at. He's carried a great performance through much of this game. Even as the defense adjusted, tried to slow him down, none of it mattered.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because these moments the game does slow down. It is so fast on the field for the normal person, but when a QB's in a rhythm like this, the game is slow and he is dicing it. I'm not going to lie, I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down, but to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
On play action, here's Shock. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. To throw again here, it's Shock. He's got a man left. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably and then go to work after it.
And he's going to have this one down to the 20. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Hey, go!
Back-to-back carries here. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of him on that run.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you can be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him chop down for a loss on the outside.
And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal. I'm just going to go out on a limb, partner, and say that this defense probably pretty tired of having to deal with this guy by these points.
Tired or exhausted?
Both?
Yes. Yeah, they don't have an answer. And when you've got an elite guy like this, no matter what you throw at him, he delivers, man, it puts you to sleep.
And he gets in. Touchdown! The Saints lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Saints grow their lead yet again. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the run back of the 27. The Buccaneers, then receiver Chris Godwin getting set for another go. And they have tried on occasion to ramp up their passing game, but Nothing has worked with consistency yet, Brock. Might be why they trail near the end of this third quarter.
You sure love teams who excel on the ground, right? You love a physical game of football who can hammer at the opponent. But in today's NFL, it's just impossible to win if you don't have a passing component that's balancing it out.
1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Finds him over the middle. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one at the 41. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
A gain of 14.
So first down from the 41.
Good. 180.
Baker now from the gun. That's caught. It's got him again. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Thankfully, only one quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. And it's the Bucs who are going to have the football. This game has been an absolute nightmare for them. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Here's Baker to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to manage 3 for them on the play. Stop just a little bit shy of the marker. Saints into the dime for this 3rd down. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Bails out of the pocket quick. Making the call himself. And he has this down to the 34. A pickup of 17. And the Bucs have the first.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
1st and 10, it's Mayfield. Catch made by Bucky Irving. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
16-yard line.
First down throw here, Mayfield. Hits him on the out route. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Mayfield now from the gun. He takes it himself and just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for 3rd and 6.
What's up? 180. What's up?
To the air on 3rd and long. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's 4th down.
I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Got him a good handful there as it brings up 2nd down.
18-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They give it to him again. And he's nearly going to get the first down, Brock. It looks like this one makes it up to about the 21-yard line.
21-yard line.
3rd and just 2 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Back to the well again. And he's going to be brought down up at the 31. And we're going to have to pause here. An injured Buck still out there and being looked at now. New set of downs for him from the 31. Here's Shuck, 1st and 10. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Rolling into enemy territory. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. It's a massive 35-yard pickup, first down.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end and then give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger game.
Alone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Huard, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
All in left side. On the move into the red zone. And he's finally taken down at the 16-yard line. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, there's going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play.
All set now, 1st and 10. The give now out of the shotgun. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
It's now 3rd down.
Here we go.
3rd and long for him here. He's got it over the middle. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that,
touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints continue piling it on here in the 4th. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I will. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints tack on 7 more to their lead.
42. Buccaneers 7.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Now the Buccaneers set to take the field. And they'll get one final chance in a game that, to put it mildly, Brock, has been a bit of a miserable experience for them. Bucks to the line. 1st and 10. They send a tight end in motion. Mayfield on 1st and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why. And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose. Cut for big yards on the right side. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
24-yard gain on the play. First down.
Here's Baker. Short pass brought in. And he gets across midfield and into Saints territory.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
Dumped off to his running back. He's almost to the markers. His effort takes it to the 40, third down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Mayfield looking to throw on his 3rd and 1. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good. First down. A gain of 4 yards. And the Buccaneer first down.
Good. 220. What's up?
So it's a win for the Saints. And they're stacking momentum right away this season as they begin the year 2-0. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Saints as we say so long from New Orleans.